right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Ashley Barrett. Ashley, how are we doing?
Doing great.
Awesome. And Ashley, you just had a big win not too long ago. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about that matchup and what's maybe next for you.
Yeah, so obviously originally I was supposed to fight somebody else, and then on a week's notice we found out that that original opponent was out, and they found another debuter who was kind of the opposite of what my original opponent was. She was taller, she was more of a like long distance striker, really good at using her range, where I feel like my original opponent was more of like a grappler. She was like a purple belt. So I had to like kind of plan for a new opponent, kind of short notice. But then yeah, so the game plan was kind of to just like take her down and just like ground pound or submission. Just the mission was to get her to the ground. I feel like we stuck to the game plan.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. I'm definitely glad you stuck to the game plan. And when it comes to your next fight, are you maybe looking at like maybe a certain month on maybe when we could maybe see you back in Invicta or just in general?
Yeah, definitely sometime in the fall. I'm not sure if it would be November or December. I really don't know yet, but probably hopefully one more time this year at least.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And how was Denver? I mean, did you check out anything after your fight or even beforehand?
Yeah, it was cool. We saw like the Red Rocks and the Garden of the Gods, like all that like cool mountain stuff. It was cool. It was a cool place to visit.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. And after your post fight win, I saw you with a post fight drink. I mean, what were you drinking after your win?
Yeah, that was a margarita. It was
Nice.
interesting. Mango margarita. So, not something I would probably typically get, but it was good. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you usually have some post fight drinks after your wins?
Yeah, and like I usually like something fruity, but not really a fan of mango, but it was pretty good.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And with Denver, I mean, what was it like to fight in elevation?
I didn't notice it at all. I really thought I was gonna get off the plane and it was gonna be like so hard to breathe and like when I like started to hit pads or something that I was gonna feel it, but I really didn't notice a difference.
Okay, okay. So you didn't change your
Yeah.
training up at all being in Denver, to kind of get prepared for elevation?
No, and like even when I originally got this fight, it was on like 3 weeks notice. So I feel like even that's like there was really we weren't really gonna do anything to like, prepare for that on that time. But I feel like, I have a really good strength and conditioning coach. So I feel like my cardio and conditioning is, really good anyway. Um, but yeah, like we got up there, we hit pads, moved around a little bit and kept it kind of similar to, what we would do leading up to fight week if we were back home. And everything felt great. I didn't notice a difference.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. I'm definitely glad you didn't. And when you were getting ready for your fight, when you were in the back, I mean, what were you kind of doing? Were you hitting pads, like listening to music? I mean, what were you kind of doing to get prepared?
Yeah, we don't really do a super long warm up. I really just like to kind of just like react to stuff, kind of do a little bit of pad work, do a little bit of like grappling, and then I kind of like my coaches to try to like imitate a little bit what my opponent might do. So like maybe throw some long jabs at me and just kind of react and feel my reaction to things. So just a little bit of a technical light warm up, just get a little bit of a sweat going and just kind of get myself reacting to things.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And with you being, I mean, what was it like to kind of see the arena, the cage, and everything like that for the first time, and finally getting that feeling of like, you're pro now?
It was really cool, yeah, it was awesome. It was like seeing like, like my, kind of like a dream come together, everything that you've been, like, envisioning for, like, years, like, it's just there before you, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely awesome. And obviously, you expect to see yourself in the UFC one day. But I mean, what was it like to kind of, your very first pro card? I mean, be headlined by a former UFC fighter.
That was crazy, it was awesome. It was really cool to just, like even just, like, you're, like, in the lobby or, like, in the, like, hotel area and, like, just seeing them, like, walk around and stuff like that, it's really cool. And then being in the back and stuff like that with them, it was awesome.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty awesome. Have you met any of the fighters that you share the card with as well? Like maybe when you're in the hotel and stuff?
A little bit, yeah, like, here and there.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
definitely pretty cool.
yeah.
I noticed too, you have a couple tattoos as well too. I mean, what do they kind of mean? And talk us a bit more about those.
Yeah, I have a few, I got them, like, a few years ago, some of them I kinda wish weren't there. But, yeah, I have, like, a snake on my arm that, it's, like, eating itself, and it says, "There's no end," which is, just means, like, you never really reach, like, perfection, there's always, like, something that you always wanna, like, work on or fix or something like that. And then I have, like, a lion on my leg, you know? Who doesn't have that? And then I have like a hummingbird, which is like a matching one with my mom. And then I have one that my aunt drew, and it's like a seed, like it shows it like its roots and like it grows into like a flower.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So why wouldn't you want some of those tattoos on you?
I don't know. I feel like I thought they were cool in the moment, and then now I'm like, I don't know. I kind of wish it wasn't there.
So do you plan to get them covered up or anything?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Okay, okay. Do you wanna get any more in the future tattoos wise?
Yeah, for sure. I can't like I can't make up my mind about anything. Like one second I want something and then I have a totally different thing in mind. So I gotta like get more organized.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, that makes sense, and, when it comes to, like, training and stuff, I mean, how quick were you back in the gym after your fight?
I was back in like the day after I got back. So I got back on Monday, so I was in the gym Tuesday.
That's awesome, that's pretty cool, and,
Yeah.
what is it like as well too? I mean, obviously, you have a bunch of teammates that fight too, I mean, I saw you on Instagram in the back, like, watch with, some of your teammates that were, like, hitting mitts and stuff, I mean, what's kinda the nerves like and kind of the vibes like, when you're doing that with your teammates?
Like when they're preparing for a fight and I'm in the back with them. It's
Yep,
awesome.
yep.
It's really cool to because like I can relate to kind of how they're feeling and being excited for them and seeing all their hard work lead up to the moment and like be able to relate to the nerves, the excitement that they're feeling, and just watch all their hard work pay off.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome, 100%. And when it comes to fighting as well too, I mean, when it comes to fighting, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite things that you like to do in the gym to make you the best version of you?
I just feel like a lot of drilling, a lot of just like um, drilling the things that I want to get better at, a lot of just muscle memory, and just having fun. Like you have to just remember to have fun in there, because if you try to take it too seriously and it's not fun anymore, it's not worth doing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, 100%. And with Invicta, I mean, is there any specific opponents on maybe on who you want next in the future, maybe towards the end of the year?
I have nobody in mind. Whoever they match me up with, I'm happy with.
That's awesome. No, that's definitely pretty cool. And what was it like for your family and friends to kind of be at the event as well too?
It was cool for them for sure, and I was happy that they could be there. It was really cool because like when I walked out, there was like barely anybody there really, but then like I felt like there were people cheering for me because like I had some of my family and like one of my other teammates who came up and watched, which was awesome. And it was cool for them to kind of see, Colorado as well too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool. And when it comes to Invicta, I mean, is there any like certain cards on like location wise on maybe where you want to fight?
It would be really cool if they fought on the East Coast, like especially Foxwoods in Connecticut or Mohegan Sun, or like I know they did the House of Blues in Boston. So I live in Massachusetts, so anywhere like that would be awesome.
Okay. So would you
Yeah.
be opposed to going back into elevation, or would you? Or it doesn't really matter about fighting in elevation for you since you kind of felt it now.
I'll go wherever they want me. Yeah, I would go back to Denver for sure, and especially because I really just didn't notice a difference. I would go wherever.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That's pretty cool. And obviously too on your Tapology, you have a couple Muay Thai bouts and stuff. I mean, how is that kind of different compared to competing in MMA?
I feel like it's a lot different. I feel like I can use all my strengths in MMA, and you have more time for sure. Muay Thai, I feel like it's a lot different, and um, I feel like you can only use so many weapons. So I just feel like with MMA you have more options, um, and it's just a different pace.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a different pace. And when it comes to Muay Thai, I mean, do you think Muay Thai is maybe the best striking martial art?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Okay, awesome. No, definitely pretty cool. And what's maybe some of your favorite things that you like to do in Muay Thai when you're training your striking?
I really like throwing elbows now. That's really exciting part of being pro. I'm looking forward to being able to throw them more. But yeah, definitely training elbows.
So how do you train them in practice? Do you guys wear like pads and stuff? Is there certain rules against like when you're supposed to throw them, when you're not? How's that kind of work?
Yeah, we wear elbow pads and we train like with people who are also training with elbows, so you kind of know who to throw them with and who not to. And even when we're throwing them in the gym, like you're not throwing them super hard. You're kind of just like feeling it, getting them, muscle memory, and then like a lot of like pads and drilling and stuff like that.
Okay. When you spar and do knees and stuff, do you wear anything on your knees, or you just just don't need to worry about that?
I just recently got knee pads, especially thinking about like kneeing to the head and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's like ways that you can throw knees and kind of like modify it, or you can kind of just like throw it and like not really land it. But I just recently got knee pads and I like them. being able to kind of like make that connection and throw knees to the body and like not have to worry about, hurting your teammate.
Yeah, yeah. Now, when it comes to like sparring and stuff, I mean, how do you kind of, get that control factor down, like when you're sparring, so you don't hurt your opponents, like you kind of mentioned?
Yeah, it's just kind of a feeling out process over time, kind of learning your strength, learning how to control that. It's kind of hard, but I just think over time and like learning painful lessons, going too hard with someone and then they hit you back just as hard as you're hitting them, and you kind of learn that you have to control yourself and go at the pace that like you want to go at, and that's going to like help you learn too that you're not just going all out and not even gaining anything from it. So you have to kind of just like find that pace.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool. That definitely makes sense. And one thing about me is I'm a Taekwondo instructor myself. I've been teaching for 6 years, and I've been training for 19 years. So I love martial arts. And with that being said, with all the guys that got at my gym, what advice would you give to them to keep on coming into the gym and to get better and better every day?
You just got to keep on showing up even when it sucks. You just that's like what I said earlier. You have to just keep having fun. You can't like take it too seriously or be too hard on yourself. You have to like remember why you're doing it. Remember that it's just at the end of the day, it's just a fun sport that you love to do and you want to get better at.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a fun sport, 100%. And speaking about it being a fun sport, I mean, who's maybe some of your favorite fighters you like to watch?
Definitely Valentina Shevchenko, Ioana and Jacek. I mean, I know that she just retired. And then I don't know. I wish I knew more. Just probably my teammates too. It's really just cool seeing my own teammates fight.
Yeah, no, that's definitely pretty cool. And in our last interview, you mentioned you were shooting a little bit of guns. Have you been back to the range at all?
No, I haven't, but that's definitely something I want to do now that like I'm, back in Massachusetts and stuff like that. Definitely something I'm looking forward to doing.
Nice, nice. Now, how have things been with you outside of the cage, man? What have you typically been doing?
Well, I work. So once I got back, from Colorado, just back to work, back to training, just, boring stuff.
So what's it kind of like to tell work? Like, I got to take off for a fight. I mean, how's that kind of work?
Well, it's cool because my boss actually used to like train Muay Thai a little bit, and I think and he used to like compete, so he was cool with it. And they're all really supportive of it, and like they were all like watching and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's nice.
Nice. So, like, it doesn't like affect you at all with like work. Like, oh, I have to take off like X amount of days to like train or travel. Like, it doesn't matter at all.
No, I mean, they were understanding of it. They made it work. And obviously I can't be doing that like every week, but they were really understanding about it, which is cool.
Yeah. No, that's definitely pretty cool. I'm definitely glad that they hook you up and do that kind of thing. And with Invicta, I mean, how is it kind of different compared to competing on the amateur scene?
It was just like it was so professional. Like everything was taken care of. Like literally didn't have to stress about anything. Like literally anything that you can think of, like they had it covered. Like going out there, I was like, do I need to go somewhere to get my hair braided? Like they had someone to like braid your hair. They had like their own scale that like you could check your like stuff out on. Like they give you like, like per diem like money towards like food and stuff like that. They pay for, they like they fly you out and like your coach and take care of you in the hotel and stuff like that. Literally, and if everything that you need they take care of, which is great. They're really professional, and they're really good with like communication and stuff like that. Even with like my opponent, like the opponent change and stuff like that, like they were on top of it. Like it's crazy that they were even able to like find a replacement for that fight because it was a debut. So just they're so professional. It's really awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely glad that Invicta's been taking care of you. And I thought this was an interesting thing that you just brought up. You said they have people to braid your hair. I mean, what would you kind of do on the amateur scene to kind of get your hair braided before your fights?
Yeah, usually I would like just drive to a local salon and have someone, braid the best that they can for an MMA fight. And I know a few people who can do pretty good. So usually, yeah, but it's cool. They come right up to your hotel room. So I didn't have to drive anywhere.
Wow. So how long does it take to kind of get your hair all braided and get prepared for your fight?
Usually takes like half an hour. It's not too bad. They're pretty quick with it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Very, very
Yeah.
cool. And Ashley, it's been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time once again to be back on the show. I mean, what's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
Just to look forward to, the rest of my pro career.
That's right. And we're looking forward to the rest of your pro career, Ashley. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we're looking forward to your next bout.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, take care. Thank you once again.